everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Mercury Farms Start From Scratch Hard Economic Difficulty Let's Play series. I've slept through the night, it's now 7 o'clock in the morning. What I am, however, going to be doing is basically trying to pick up as much of these things as I can do. I'm going to have to check me thing again because I can't remember what I set the... There we go. That's what I wanted. Then I want to turn that off. Then I want to go blip, 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 and then strap them on. Right, we're going to go take and sell the cotton bales. Oh, sorry, the wool bales. That's how we're going to start today's episode. Make a little bit of money. If I can find where this wool goes on this map. I think it's down near the sweet potato. So we'll get that done. The chickens are still making eggs nicely for me. Speaking of the animals, do we need to get some stuff for them? We do. We're going to have to do a bit of a hay run for the sheep. Potentially. There are a couple of other things we need to get done. I do need to get the tanker sorted out to get the digestate shifted. From the BGA to the fertiliser plant. We've also got the wheat field to harvest in a second or two. My canola's not quite fully finished and ready to go. In fact, it's been quite poor in that sense, in the fact that that field hasn't completely grown in all the way. That's what you get for not using the growth control mod, I suppose, on the series. You get random growth across the field and you get staggered steps and stages. Right, so we take the straps off. Sell the wool. That got 7 grand. That's okay. It's not the best price in the world, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. I think you can agree. Right. So I'll go get the tanker sorted out. Or will I? No, I think I'll do the harvesting next. So I need to change this. Put my auger wagon on. Get the wheat harvested and get that put into the seed production. See if we can sell some seeds. I actually have 6 pallets left over from when I did that potato sowing contract. I really didn't know how many potatoes I was going to need, and as a result bought way too many pallets, so I'll be using them for a few episodes before I have to use any of the seed that I'm making, which means I can probably sell off most of the seed that I'm making. Sorry about putting a bit of a jump cut into the video there. Postman making a Saturday morning delivery for me, and everybody else in the house has gone out, so I've had to go and answer the door myself. I'm out of breath now running down the stairs and back up. Flipper. Stairs are not good for me with my respiratory condition. Oh. Right. So we've got the Rostel Smash. Rastal smash. And we're going to do the wheat. I'm also thinking, I'm actually going to do the straw. I'm going to put the straw down. And then possibly look at getting, extend the thing all the way. Right, so I'm going to straw swath, I think. Yeah, might as well put down. I can sell the straw. That'll get me an extra bit of money. I can even bale it if I wanted to. If I was to be really, really picky and finicky, I could bale it. Although, I've said this time and time before, until the game actually differentiates between loose straw and baled straw, so that if you do bale it, you get more money. I tend not to do bales because why? Why would you? It's costing you more time, it costs you more in machinery, and you don't get paid any more for it. You might as well just pick it up loose. Might as well just loading wagon it and be done. Get me wheat harvest done. It shouldn't take too long actually, looking at it. I always back up and reverse like that so I don't end up with a great big heap at the end of a field, which can be a bit awkward to deal with. Also make sure I don't go dropping straw all over. Oh, I did drop a bit there, didn't I? Just as I was saying that, I dropped a bit on the grass. I tried to avoid doing that because that stuff stays there forever else. Because the obviously without seasons it doesn't rot. Straw, loose straw on the ground doesn't rot. There we go. Spinning round. So we're at 80 odd %. I'll have to come and unload him in a second. You can see how the field hasn't quite grown in all the way on the canola front. It's a bit of a pity. God damn you. I didn't quite get to the end of the field. Don't drive that way, you'll destroy all the crop. No, I might as well just unload back in then, haven't I? So I can pick that bit up that I missed. In a second. Out of that. Go fetch my truck. Leave that part there. That will do nicely. Get back in me Rostel smash. Of course, I didn't bother doing GPS. That thing didn't lower. Oh, this is a calamity. I'm making a right hash of this. Let the thing actually go down before you start driving is usually a good tip. I don't have a loading wagon though, or a baler, do I? May have to lease one. Just to do the straw on this field. Oh, missing crop again. Missed a stalk of wheat. So it looks like we're going to get about, I don't know, 20,000 litres off this field, possibly. Possibly. Of wheat. And like 20,000 litres of seed. Don't know how much that 20,000 litres of seed is worth until I go and sell it. Switch that off for a second. Get the truck. I'm going to need to get this field cultivated and seeded again pretty quick. I haven't checked on the contract situation today. What have we got? Potato harvesting. Potato harvesting. Big money contracts, those. Harvesting. We've got 18,000 litres of wheat. As I say, we're going to put this into our seed production. I think is this first one. Only problem with an auger wagon over a traditional trailer. I'm trying to find the trigger for the bite, the angle you've got to be at. So that will happily make us a nice bit of seed. Next job will then be to bring in the canola harvest. I'm actually going to do a GPS course this time. Just because it make life easier. Should hopefully mean I don't miss bits then. So I'll start bringing in the canola. Obviously I'm going to have a bit of a problem when I get to that bottom bit because it's not ready to harvest yet. But we'll get this pulled in, we'll make a bit more diesel and a bit more pig food. And we'll probably try and get the pig food sold and see how much we get for that. Actually. That would be quite interesting to do. Need to make sure we get all the canola, so don't miss bits when you're turning around, please. This is a good little harvester. I like the Rostal Smasher. The Rostal Smasher's a good little harvester. Well, I'm very tempted, like I say, to go for the forage harvester. Just to do the grass. Get me grass collected. I think the Rostal Smasher is going to be pretty good for that. 6,000 litres. Missed quite a bit there, didn't I? Was that the field edge? That's the field edge. Oh, excuse me. Because you don't really have a lot of room to turn around. So what I'm thinking of doing, much like with me seeding, do a strip down here. Amazingly, it knows it can't go into that crop down there because it's not grown yet. Probably need to be emptied when we get to the end down here. So we can do that. Hop out, fetch the truck. I would have liked to have seen this field grow in properly, because it's kind of going to mess me up a bit. I don't know how long it's got before it ticks over. So we're going to have to watch this whole growth cycle thing a bit more closely going forward. To try and cut out this bit with the field not growing in properly. It's a bit of a pain. You've missed a bit there, look. I think this width, this track I've got created with GPS, could have done with being narrowed a touch. Maybe half a metre or so, just to get a bit of an overlap going, because he is missing a little chunk here and there. Doesn't help, obviously, turning around and trying to line yourself up on these here slopes with these trees and stuff in the way, but I should always create, rather than just using auto width, go in and just tweak it a little bit, just to make sure there's that just a little bit of overlap on each edge. Now, I may have to actually stop here because I don't know if I can get that bit without causing problems with the crop that hasn't grown next to it. Thought we might be alright. That's worked out actually very well for me. Does sadly mean, however, I can't finish the harvest on this field. Go and unload. We'll start making some pig food and diesel and stuff. Really could do with that field tripping over, couldn't I? Get through this. Drive around the field, not through the field. Go fill up the diesel facility. Might do the bales of straw. Right, so whilst that's unloading, let's have a look. Got 10,000 litres of pig food. Got a little bit of diesel. We'll let that process, I think. Right. So if we want to do straw bales next, then we're going to need a baler. Which means we're going to need a trip to the store. Pick one up. We'll go visit Doris. We'll put the beacons on just to let traffic know we're on the move, even though I'm not on the road. Good morning, Doris. I would like to borrow a baler, please. We've got a baler. We have got a baler. We've got a good baler. Not really, because I'm not using a lot of mobs, am I? Guess we're going to borrow one of these. Now the question is, do I have the I don't have the variable bale capacity mod installed. So these are going to be 4,000 litre bales, vanilla as vanilla can be. But we'll give it a go, won't we? Go. Baling straw is good for us. When I come down that row, I'll remember to go a little bit further and pick up that bit that the harvester has dropped a little bit on the wide side. Now it's going to be a case of knowing who wants the straw bales and who's going to buy the bales at the best price when I come to sell them, isn't it? Hoovered up that bit of overspill. There's a bit of a mess here where I was faffing about, so this is going to take a bit of sorting out. But he'd drive round and hoover that mess up. Don't need to hoover up a bit more mess. Just a little bit. There. And then we'll get the, like I say, we'll get the straw collected, get the bales picked up. Don't need any fancy equipment for that. I can use my existing trailer on the back of the truck to auto load the bales, and then we'll take them off and get them sold somewhere, wherever they are fetching the best price. shame that canola field didn't grow properly. In future, I might turn growth off whilst I'm seeding, just to prevent that issue. I don't normally like messing with the settings, but because I'm not using growth control, it makes it much more difficult when planting fields and seeding fields to avoid that issue. I don't like it when crops don't grow in properly. I basically get 2 bales a row almost, it looks like. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We have 16 bales, I think, when we're done. That probably doesn't cover the cost of leasing the machine, does it? Can I not unload that? Yes, I can. Still a little bit left in, but not to worry. Take this back to Doris. Saying, sorry Doris, there's some straw left in it that I can't get out, but hey, what do you want from me? Possibly need to do the ploughing on those other 2 fields as well and get that started. It's not easy. Return. Thank you, Doris. Be seeing you. Yeah, so he's gonna have to plough those 2 fields up by the farm. So he will need the plough attachment. To probably lime spread them as well anyway. What we'll do is I'll come back, I'll grab whatever pig food we've got and we'll take that down and sell it. Just so we're selling something in this episode and making a bit of money. Can't really do much more than that, sadly. Guys here. I may do some terrain modificationing. I might just put a bit of a strip down here of grass, so I don't have to drive right up to the edge of that fence, and possibly down here as well. I may look at putting in a strip of grass, and then possibly along the top here a strip of grass, just so I've got basically a headland and room to turn round. Meanwhile, as I said, we'll go back, get the truck, we'll get some pig food, and we'll go and sell it. Trying to think who buys pig food. The animal dealer? Probably a good shout. $18,000 litres, right. We'll pipe in. Fill that. Right, and we'll go off and we'll sell it. And we'll see who buys it. We'll try the animal dealer first. If the animal dealer don't want it, we'll come back and we'll try the garden centre. One of them's bound to take it. I'm calling dibs on the animal dealer. Sit and wait for the traffic, so I'm going to do really naughty thing and overtake on the bends. I think the cars are a little bit more spaced out now. Because I've slowed the speed back down a bit. They're just spreading themselves out a bit more, which is nice. And we're overtaking everybody. Boom. There we go. Pipe out. Right, so these guys do buy it. Right. So we need to see how much we make. $51 grand. I will quite happily take that. And whilst I'm here, I'll take some manure as well, please. That was quite a... See, pig food is worth more than the wheat would have been worth. Oh, sorry, the canola would have been worth on its own. And I've still got the diesel. Wow. I'm going to deliver this to the greenhouses on the way back. Make this a very economical run. So pig food equals profits. Diesel, we know, equals profit. So again, another production station that is going to work very well for us. Great demand at the spar shop. What for? I'll have a look in a minute. If it's eggs, If it's eggs, we've got eggs. Or we will have. Wipe out, we'll get this in a nice position. As I say, we'll manure fill. I think I'll do the greenhouse on this side. I think the last time I did a greenhouse, it was the other side I did it on. Come on, where's your trigger? It's a bit weird, some of these triggers. They're not in the right spots. Okay, we'll make a bit more money from selling the manure. Because on that greenhouse, that side, you literally had to put the pipe almost into the actual manure bin. Whereas this one, it's right at the front of the trigger box, at the box. £19,000, not bad. Take off the 1,000 and some odd, 1,500 or whatever we paid for the manure. That's given us 17,800 for that delivery, which makes that run very profitable. We made money in both directions pretty much. So that's another good reason to sell to the animal dealer, you see, if you can. You can always bring stuff back, so you make money in both journeys, both. Which is, again, a very economical thing. If you can pick up as well as sell, that enables us to make quite a nice bit of money. I just need to get them bales done now. Don't drive into the lamppost. Because that canola is going to take a while. Offload the org wagon for the time being. We're not going to need that till the canola finishes growing, and then we'll pick up this thing over here. Get ready to do the bales. I want large square bales, don't I? I think there's 16. We'll soon find out. Three. Well, it's probably 17 actually, because that extra unfinished one that we've got should hopefully then get them all on here. $15, $16, $17. Oh, I'll have one extra. got 19 bales. Strap them on so we don't lose them. Right, so we want straw. So we're selling straw bales. So the best place for straw bales, livestock market, straw barn. I'll tag that because I'm still not 100% familiar. I think it's down near the garden centre and past the diesel pump on your left hand side, isn't it? This has got a bit of a rock on now. This has got a bit of a wobble. I may be advised to maybe take this a little bit steadier, especially on these upcoming bends. We don't want another screenshot where I've tipped the truck over, do we? Wobble though. Get very steady. Yeah. You want me to drive this into there, do you? I don't think they sell in there. I think bales sell around this side. I'm guessing, based on the price of that, oh, the Spar Shop wants milk. Can't help them with that. We leased the baler for 5,000. We only got 3,725 back for the bales, so that was a completely worthless and waste of time. That didn't really work, did it? So yeah, lost money on that. Lost a lot of money. So I think what I'll do, I've got that one extra bale to pick up and sell. I will go and do that, even though it's not very cost effective to do so. I'll then, as I say, make a crack on with the ploughing on that field whilst I'm waiting for the rest of this flipping canola to grow. And then I'll bring you guys back for the next episode when we'll look and see what else we're going to do. To try and make some money and expand our operation a bit. So thank you for watching this episode of the Mercury Farms map by Alien Jim. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please go ahead, click that like button for me. If you're not already doing so, go ahead, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And be sure to leave any comments, questions, suggestions or feedback in the comment section down below. And feel free to share this video wherever you see fit, with whomever you see fit. I've been CWATTYESO, but for now from me, it's goodbye.